Hi students, welcome today. Today we're going to talk about consumer purchasing and protection. First, to get started, let's talk about what influences you to make a purchase. You should consider two things, marginal cost and marginal benefit when making purchasing decisions. Remember, marginal cost is the increase or decrease of the cost of a particular action. And marginal benefit is the increase or decrease of the benefit of the action. If two identical items are priced differently, the marginal benefit increases when the lower priced option is selected. If the items were similar but not identical, you would have to assess the costs and benefits of purchasing each item. You should not purchase the item if the marginal cost exceeds the marginal benefit. So today I want you to consider your options. As an example, please watch this video on Payless's idea with this.
Now, in an exclusive look behind the scenes of that social experiment you may have seen, it's the Payless prank. See whether people would pay more for something that costs a lot less based on brand name. AT's Adrian Baker is here with this story. Hey, Adrian.
Now, this was a sharp move. This was very compelling. Payless hired an ad agency to bring together Los Angeles fashion influencers to see if they would buy their very affordable shoes if they thought they were from a high-end brand. Watch. Watch these fashion lovers in a mad dash to go after these sleek-looking shoes.
Babe, you know European, babe, you know how to skin.
For me to experience this, Italian designer is amazing.
I could definitely wear this to like a Met Gala dinner.
They're willing to pay top dollar. I would pay $400, $500. Yeah, people are gonna be like,
We should get those. Those are amazing.
the only problem, this posh shoe boutique, Payless,
Welcome to Payless.
doesn't exist. It's really a provocative social experiment by discount shoemaker Payless.
We built a fake luxury store. We built it with avant-garde sculptures and displays. We even hired a full team of sales associates. And we filled all the shelves with Payless shoes.
This was a record-opening store for all of Payless history. Turns out it was so convincing that these online fashion influencers were sold on the craftsmanship and looks of these hot shoes.
They're elegant, sophisticated. I just think it's so classy.
And were shocked when they learned that shoes they would pay as much as $645 for, like these, were really just $35.
These are actually from Payless.
You've got to be kidding me.
Shut up.
Are you serious?
The unsuspecting shoppers received full refunds, plus got the shoes for free. Payless tells us they simply wanted to change people's perceptions about what luxury should cost. And the ad agency says that they were trying to make a cultural statement on how perception influences buying habits and what some people are willing to pay. The Payless surprise will be shown as commercials on TV and online.
Brilliant.
You're really smart. We shopped at Payless.
How cool is that? The next thing I want you to consider is trade-offs in buying decisions. To make the most of your buying power, consider trade-offs. Remember that we think of trade-offs that involve sacrifice that you must make in order to get a certain product or experience. Typically, trade-offs are expressed as opportunity cost, which we've talked several times about this semester, which is the most preferred possible alternative. What's the next best thing? Keep in mind that buying decisions always involve trade-offs, so you will be prepared to make a wise choice. There's also some strategies that go into smart buying, and the 4 strategies are timing purchases, brand comparison, store selection, and the label information that you can find on products. The first one that we're going to talk about is the time of purchase. You're more likely to find a bargain at certain times of the year. Stores traditionally offer reduced prices for seasonal clothing, such as swimsuits and your coats for winter. You can also find reduced prices at back to school time. So timing your purchases can result in big savings, and I have a link here that will help you come up with the best time to buy a certain product. There's also what we think of as store selection. So the quality and the variety of goods, as well as the price at a store, may influence your decisions to shop there. You may also choose a retail store because of its hours or location, reputation, policies and services, maybe even parking or delivery options. Retailer businesses are the ones that sell directly to consumers. There's lots of alternatives that you can think of. You may consider Sam's or Costco when you're buying in bulk. You may think of TJ Maxx or Outlet Mall in Edinburgh if you're looking for something that is a specific brand, but these stores just typically get the overstock if there's too much of an item or things that didn't sell very well at the store. There's also the online shopping where you can see consumer ratings, and a lot of us just go for Amazon. Brand comparison is another thing that people think of, the difference between, CVS versus Tylenol. So these store brand or generic product is usually sold by one chain of stores and carries the name of that chain on its labels. I know working at Weaver Popcorn, we would make Weaver popcorn, but we'd also package the same popcorn and sell it at Aldi. So sometimes it's exactly the same thing, but typically, Tylenol or brand named products are national brands that offer consistent quality and value for your money. Typically, if you want to see the brand comparison, I would totally look at the label information. Federal laws require labels to present factual information, so you typically can see everything on the label, the nutritional information, because foods must meet government criteria. Everything has to be labeled on there. They also have what's called open date, which indicates the shelf life, so you know how long that product is going to be good for you, and know to read the labels if you're trying to make a choice. I'm going to give you a second to look at the different types of retailers that we have. Pause this video, check out the information, and think about where you would typically shop on a day-to-day basis. Today you're going to start an activity called consumer purchasing. I want you to do step number 1 and step number 2 in the next couple days for this project. Step number 1 is before you shop, what you should be doing, and step number 2 is weighing your alternatives. First, you must choose an item. It can be a pretty big item. It can be an item that you're looking for the holidays. It can be an item that you just hope it's on your wish list that you would like someday. I need you to identify the needs. Will you be more likely to make best buying decisions? Can you evaluate your marginal costs or your marginal benefits? You can just bullet these and tell me what your needs are. Second, I need you to gather information. This is just the brainstorming phase. Begin gathering different information on different models and prices. You can go to Yahoo Shopping, and you can go here and click on, you want to buy televisions. And it's going to give you lots of different televisions. Yeah, that really worked. Let's try TVs. Oh my goodness. I was just trying this, like watches. Do TVs not work? There's a bunch of watches, and you can compare and contrast which watch you would rather buy. Maybe TVs aren't going to work on there. And then I want you to copy and paste the images, because this is just a brainstorming phase. So you can really take a screenshot. You can use what's called the snipping tool, and then you can take pictures of those products. And you can grab it. Where is it at? There's Yahoo Shopping. I can just take my snipping tool and grab it. And I can copy and paste it. If you don't want to copy and paste it, just tell me the name of it and the price. That's fine. Works for me. Next, you have step number 2. I want you to evaluate what's important to you. Tell me about the different features, the amount of money you would have to spend, the pros and cons. I want you to pick at least 3 items to do your comparison shopping. And then step number 3 and step number 4 are just for you to read. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget consumer purchasing and protection. Do steps number 1 and 2 in the next 2 days. Thanks so much.